Hi everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. So guys, in this video, I'm going to explain a string concept only. So this is the continuation video of last session guys. So guys, in this video, I will explain what is mutability, what is immutability. So this is the most important concept in our string topic. So if you are going to attend any interview, if you will tell a string is a immutable, then second question they may ask how you can tell a string is immutable. Can you explain with an example? Right guys? And maybe they ask what do you mean by a string buffer? What is the actual difference between a string and a string buffer? What is a string buffer? What is a string? A string is immutable or mutable. A string buffer is mutable or immutable. They want to confuse you. They want to confuse you regarding mutability and immutability. But get after watching this complete video, what I am going to explain, so you should not have any single confusion there. So I am giving 100%, not 500% giving assurance. If you will watch this complete video, then you will tell me, yes Amit, what you have told initially. So after watching this video, you should not have any confusion about what immutability and mutability. Anybody, any interviewer or knowledge sec, if they may ask the question about immutability, you will give the answer in such a way, definitely they will more convince. So guys, without any further delay, we'll start our concept immutable and mutable. In last video, already I have explained shortly what we need immutable, why we need immutability, and how a string is a immutable. Correct? But in this video, I will explain briefly about what immutable and mutable with our code as well, guys. So guys, don't worry. So let's see. First, I will explain what is immutable with our theoretical again. Then I will explain with code base as well again. See guys, in my offline class, right? In my offline class, whenever I will ask what do you mean by immutable, then if I'll ask to the student a string is a immutable or mutable, so 99% a student will give the answer a string is a immutable, a string buffer is a mutable. But same question if I'm going to ask can you explain with the code, that time they may confuse. That time they may confuse. So guys, that time they may confuse. That time guys, they may confuse. So guys, first you need to understand, right? So why a string is a immutable? By which concept? Correct guys? So I am going to explain here guys. Okay? So after watching this video, also you should not have any confusion again. So guys, what is immutable? First, I will explain this thing again. What is immutability? Yes or no guys? What is immutability? What is immutable? Or you can say immutable, right? What is immutability or what is immutable? Great guys, this question you need to understand first guys. Then I will explain the code base as well guys. So guys, see what is the meaning of immutable guys? What is the meaning of immutable? So guys, immutable means non-changeable. Okay? Immutable means guys, in basic term, immutable means what? Non-changeable guys. non-changeable. Keep in mind guys, very simple term. If anybody asks what is immutable, means what? Non-changeable, which cannot be changed guys. Correct? Which cannot be changed. Just guys reverse. Just guys reverse. Mutable. Guys, mutable, right? What is the meaning of mutable? Mutable means guys changeable guys. Changeable. So which can be changed guys. Just guys reverse. Just reverse of immutability. Immutable means what? Non-changeable. Mutable means what? Changeable. Okay? Correct guys? This thing I hope you understood. Guys, see. Once you create a string object guys, I will create one string object, don't worry. So guys, understand, once you create any string object, you cannot change its content guys. What I told guys? Whenever if you create any string object, what? Whenever if you create any string object, you cannot change what? Their content guys. What guys? You cannot change its content. That's why guys, a string object is called immutable. What guys? That's why we can say a string object is immutable. Once again guys, I am repeating. Please concentrate guys. Guys, a string is a string object is what? Immutable. We know very well that a string object is a immutable. Okay? But why? This thing you need to understand. But why? But why guys? So let's see what is the answer. Answer guys, whenever if we create a string object, right? A string object. Whenever if we create a string object, we cannot change or modify its content guys. Its content. That's why guys, that's why what? A string object. That's why string object is called what guys? Immutable. Right guys? So what guys? A string object immutable. But why? So the answer is a whenever if we create a string object, we cannot change or modify its content. That's why a string object is called immutable. Yes or no guys? That thing you need to keep in mind. Guys see. But once if you create a string buffer object guys, see. Whenever if we create a string buffer object, I can write this thing guys. Don't confuse here. A string buffer. A string object is mutable. A string buffer is mutable. But why? So guys, answer will be just reverse guys. Answer will be just reverse. What guys? Whenever if we create a string buffer object, right? A string buffer object, we can change guys. We can change or modify. We can change or modify its content. That's why guys, a string buffer, right? A string buffer object is called mutable. Okay? It's called mutable. Guys, all these things I will show with real-time example, with code base guys. Don't worry. You don't confuse anything. Same thing what I am going to explain orally, same thing I will explain with code base as well. So don't confuse, don't worry guys. So as of now, just understand what I am going to explain. So whenever if we create any string object, we cannot change or modify its content. That's why a string object is called immutable. But guys, it's reverse. A string buffer is called mutable. But why guys? Because whenever if we create a string buffer object, we can change or modify its content. That's why a string buffer object is called mutable. Correct guys? Guys, see. Now I am going to create object of both the class. So guys, this is our what? Guys, a string, and guys, this is our string buffer. String. Please be concentrated. This is a string class, and guys, this is a string buffer. Okay, I have created this both the class. Okay, come here. Guys, see, I am going to create the object first in terms of a string class with the help of a string class. Guys, see, a string s equals to new string. Okay, in that guy, I am going to pass some literals, right? Just get Java, right? Yes or no? I passed it Java. Okay? Yes. Guys, see. After creating this object of a string class, a string s equal to new string. Correct, guys? So guys, see, if I want to perform some operation. I want to perform some operation of this object s. If you want to perform some operation on this object s, guys. So guys, I can do here what I can perform s dot. So guys, see, in a string class we have one method. That method is guys concat method. So guys, s dot concat, s dot concat. Good guys. So guys, what I'm going to concat? Suppose I'm going to concat mindTechie. What guys? Mind. Okay, I'm going to concat this mindTechie. After that guy, I'm going to print what? This object. This odd. I'm going to print this object. Okay? I hope you should not have any confusion till now. So guys, tell me here. This is the thing I have written with the help of a string class. Okay? Same thing I will explain guys. I will create one object in terms of a string buffer here. What guys? A string buffer. Guys, see. Already we know very well, right? So a string buffer also we have one class in our Java, right? So guys, I'm going to create one object with the help of a string buffer class. So guys, see, a string buffer sb equals to new string what? Buffer. Okay? Yes. I have created one string buffer object. In that I am going to pass what? Java mind. Okay? Yes guys. Correct guys? So let's see, if I want to perform some operation on object of sb. So guys, sb dot. So guys, in string buffer class we have one method, that is append method, to appending some object, right? Guys, see. So we have one method, that is append method, guys. Append. And I'm going to append, I want to append some Techie in this respective object, guys. Suppose Techie. Yes, no? Yes. After that guy, I want to print. After that, I want to print guy. So get sys out and print SB here. Yes or no? SB. This all I want to print here. So I see. I hope you don't have any confusion till now. Right? I have created one string class and I have created one string buffer class. Guys, see. Can you tell me what should be the output? What should be the output of this? And guys, what should be the output of this? Output of this guy? Guy, can anyone can guess what should be the output of this? And what should be the output of this? Yes, see. If you are able to give this answer, that means you are perfect on what guy? Immutable and mutable concept. If you are able to give the answer for these two cases, then you will become expert on the mutable and immutable concept. So right, don't worry. If you are not able to give the answer, I am going to give the answer. Okay, I will explain the things how and what should be the output. Right, guys? So guys, this is the best example to explain of any interviewer if they are going to ask what is the difference between immutable and mutable. Okay, this is a perfect example to explain to the any interviewer. Suppose if they may ask the question, what is the difference between immutable and mutable? So with this explanation, they will convince you know immutable or mutable concept or not. Okay, so guys, please special care here. Okay, please take care. So especially guys. So this is the point what I am going to explain. It's very important now. Guys, see, if I am going to create this object string s equal to new string Java, right? Guys, see, so in this place, guys, this object s, this is a s, right? This is our Java, right? So this s will reference to this object. Okay, I hope you don't have any confusion this one. Yes, okay. So guys, s is referenced by this object, right? Okay. After that, guys, see. So one thing you people know very well, right? So string is a immutable, right? String is a immutable means guys, we cannot change or modify anything in this object. Yes or no, guys? Because string s equal to new string Java. So we have created one object, right? That is Java, and we are going to reference with the help of reference variable s. Right? And one thing what we know very well, right? So string is a immutable means we cannot change or modify anything in the existing object. But guys, suppose guys, understand, please be concentrated. Suppose guys, by mistake, if any person trying to perform any change with those change guys, see s.concat. Suppose any person wants or trying to perform any changes, with those changes guys, new object will created. What guys? Suppose anyone wants to perform any operation, right, on this existing object, right? Because s is a existing object, right? So guys, you can see here. So if anyone wants to perform any changes, so guys, with those changes, new object will created in the existing object. What guys? So new object will created in the existing object. No changes will be there, guys. Yes, guys. So you can see here. So guys, one new object will create, guys. One object will create, guys. That is, guys, what? Java mind techie. Yes or no, guys? Java mind techie. What I told, guys? Suppose by mistake, if anyone trying to perform any changes, with those changes, guys, new object will be created in the existing object. So Java is a existing object. So one new object will create, guys. So Java mind techie. Right? So in existing object, we cannot change anything. We cannot modify anything, guys. But one new object will create. One new object will create. Yes or no? So guys, in the existing object, no change will be there. You can see, guys. You can see here. In existing object, what? There is no change, right? So guys, this non-changeable behavior in the existing object is nothing but called immutability concept. I hope you understood that. So in the existing object, we cannot see any changes. Yes or no? We could not see any changes are there in existing object. Whatever changes we have seen here, that is the new object. And this object is also not referenced by any object. You can see here, this Java mind techie is not referenced by any reference variable. So guys, you know one thing. So guys, this Java mind techie is eligible for what, guys? Garbage collector. You know very well, guys, what is the use of garbage collector. If any object is not referenced with any reference variable, okay, that time garbage collector will come and destroy the respective object. Yes or no, guys? So guys, this Java mind techie is eligible for garbage collector. It will come and it will destroy this object. Why? Because this object is not referenced to any reference variable, just like our Java, because Java is referenced by object as S. Correct, guys? So guys, that is nothing but immutability concept. This non-changeable behavior is nothing but, it is called what? Immutability concept. Guys, I will run the application in front of you and you can see the result. Okay, don't worry, guys. But in this case, guys, you can see string buffer, guys. String buffer, guys, you can see. So guys, one object will created. We know very well that is, guys, Java mind. Yes or no? Java mind. Good. And guys, this object is referenced by SB. Yes or no? Yes or no? This Java mind is referenced by SB, guys. Referenced by SB, guys. But guys, you know one thing. So a string buffer case, right? So if you want to perform some operation on a string buffer object, so guys, happily we can what? Append this object in our existing object. This time the key will get it in the existing object only guy. You can see guy, in our string case we are not able to change anything in existing object, but guy, in the case of string buffer we have German object, right, reference with SB, correct? So in existing object also we can append this what object, that is take key. So that this is the difference, that means it is mutable, we can change. Yes or no, already I mentioned here. Mutable means what, we can append. You can see here, whenever if we create a string buffer object we can change or modify. So guys, we can change, we can modify in the existing object. Java mind is our existing object, we can change or modify the content, that is take key. We can append this take key in our existing object. That's why guys, it is a mutable. But guys, in this case, string case, we cannot change, but we cannot modify anything in the content. But we can create one new object. We can create one new object, but in existing object we cannot modify anything. But in the case of string buffer class, we can append in existing object only. That's why guys, it is a mutable. This is a immutable. Guys, same thing. I will write the code in front of you, then I will run the application. We'll see. Is it yes or no? Guys, give me 1 second. Let me open Eclipse ID. So guys, this is the most important concept in our string. Why string is immutable? Why string buffer is mutable? If you will understood this concept, so in coming video guys, coming class, it's very easy to understand. Very easy to understand guys. That's why guys, I am telling you repeatedly. So guys, please be concentrated. Please be concentrated. All the concept is very important. Okay, for coming topic. If you understand all these basic concept initially, then coming video will become very easy to understand. Okay, please give me some moment. It is starting a because I have restarted my system. That's why Eclipse ID automatically closed. It is taking some time guys. Please bear with me. Yes guys, now it is opened. Because once you have shut on the system, after that if you're going to open this ID, it will take some time, then it will open again. You can see now it's opening. Give me some moment. Yes. So guys, these are the our open. I will create one package guy for a string, because what I'm going to print all the example will keep in our one package, not this class guy. We'll create one package. I hope you know very well how to create a package. com dot app dot java mind I created one package here. In this package, I am going to create one class that is get what check immutability, right? Ability, right? Check immutability, right? Check immutability. We have one main method finish. Guys, see, this is the perfect example to explain to any interviewer if they may ask, can you explain with example what do you mean by immutability and mutability? Okay, this is the perfect example to explain. So, what is immutable and what is mutable? Guys, please be concerned. It's very simple, but it is interesting and is conceptual. Guys, see. So, I'm going to create one string class first. Right, string s equals to new string. In string I am going to pass some letters, guys. Suppose Java, right? Okay. Then guys, intensely I am going to perform some operation on existing object. Okay, s dot concat. Already I mentioned you, right? In a string class we have one method, that is concat method. You can see here concat. It expect our string value, right? So guys, see, I am passing here what mind key. Mind key, right? Yes. Let's see. After that, I am going to print this object, right? This okay. Let's see, I am going to print this object, right? Yes. So guys, this code I have written with the help of a string class. Okay? Help of a string class. Same code I will write with the help of a string buffer as well. String buffer sb equals to what? New string buffer, right? Yes. And we can pass some letters in that, right? Yes or no? Just like a Java mind, right? Yes. And guys, if I want to perform some operation on the existing object, so sb dot append, already I mentioned you, so append method is available in our string buffer class, right? So append, right? Yes, you can see it, append. I'm going to pass some value here, right? So Java mind already mentioned, I'm going to pass here tricky, right? No? Yes, tricky. Then I'm going to print this result, right? Out and SB. So guys, as we discussed in our displays guide, what we understood guys. So whenever if we're going to create object with the help of a string, that time, so first it will create one object, that is Java, right? And second time, by mistake, if you want to perform some operation on the existing object, so on runtime guy, it will create new object. You can see here, it is creating one new object but it is not referencing any reference variable. It is not referenced by any reference variable. Why? Because this is a string object. A string object is immutable. It is not allowed to modify or change the content in existing object. Yes or no? But it will create one new object. Guys, see, if you will create one new object and this object is not referenced by any reference variable, then what result we can print here? So as of now you can see this reference is addressed by Java object only. It will print only Java. Yes or no? Because whatever we are going to concat, this is created by new object and this object is not referenced by any reference variable. That's why guys, this new created object will eligible for garbage collector. You know very well guys. Sometimes interviewer may ask, what do you mean by garbage collector? What is the use of garbage collector in Java? So guys, this thing also I explain here. Please concentrate. The main use of garbage collector means what? So if you have any object and the object is not referenced by any reference variable, right? That time the garbage collector will come and happily destroy this object. Yes or no guys? Because this Java main techie is not referenced by any reference variable, not addressed by any reference variable. That's why garbage collector will come and destroy this object. Yes or no guys? So guys, you can see here, but guys, in this case in string buffer, so if you are going to create this Java main, right? So first we create one Java main and referenced by SB. But guys, in this case, whatever we are going to append this object key, it will directly append with our existing object because this is a mutable. So string class behavior is a mutable. It can happily what? Modify what? And change the content. Yes or no guys? That it is called a mutable. So guys, see, I will run the application in front of you and you will see result. Guys, tell me in this case what is the expected output guys? Guys, tell me in this case what is expected output guys? So guys, expected output is guys Java only. But guys, in this case expected output is guys what? Java main key. Why? Because we can happily append this techie in existing object because this string buffer is a mutable in nature. But guys, string is a immutable in nature. That's why we cannot change the content of what? Existing object. Yes, okay. So let's see. I will run the application, then we'll see the result. It's coming as expected or not. Guys, see Java. I have told you, right? So Java first case, right? Java, right? You can see here Java coming, right? Why? Because a string is a immutable, but a string buffer is a mutable. That's why this object key is happily appended in existing object. That's why we can see here Java main key result is coming. So guys, that is completely what concept about what is mutable and what is immutable. So a string is a immutable in nature, but a string buffer is a mutable in nature. A string is a immutable in nature, but a string buffer is a mutable in nature. Guys, that's it. So I hope if you concentrate complete video, so you should not have any confusion to explain what in front of anyone. Yes or no guys? That's it guys from this video. I hope you understood very clearly. Thank you guys. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe guys. So I will bring such type of important conceptual concept in front of you. So if you understand this concept, so you may what explain the answer in front of anyone very confidently. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Meet you soon in next video.